learning and teaching the most fascinating subject, which is to know one's creator. We shed some basic light on who we are and what's our background. Because as I said, the majority, let's say non-Muslims, Muslims, even put Muslims as even knowledgeable Muslims, they are not aware. Some very minute, 10% even knowledgeable meaning who practice Islam, who are coming to the masjid, even you ask them, they might say, oh, we've never heard about that. So this means they're just going with ad hoc type knowledge, bits from this khutbah and this, and then they create a kind of picture for themselves, their identity, and it is a false, it is incomplete, so they can never make sense. So that's why once you are confused, you can't make right decisions. And when you cannot make decisions, then obviously you suffer. More is the case with knowing our Creator. Everyone have in their mind some idea, partial idea. It's like people who, let's say, someone goes to see the garden. In garden there are fruits, there are flowers, there are trees, and there, because Allah Azza wa Jal does not have an example because there is no one like Him. So we are just giving a worldly example. Now someone goes to the garden and they see just the outside the gate of the garden and they think that is it. Yeah, I have discovered that this is the garden, the gate. Someone looks at the wall and they think this is the garden. So whenever garden is mentioned in their mind, the gate come, and someone talking about the fruit and they can't relate to it. Meaning someone is selling them drugs and they are buying drugs and eating because they never know about the fruit, because they've never knew about the fruits of the garden. So drug is also something for them. Someone just looks at the soil and think garden is soil. So their aspect, meaning garden have hundreds aspects, but the one is the one who have some view of the fruits and the trees and the players and other things. That is different. Now this is just an example I'm giving you for worldly thing, which is not even anything is not comparable to Allah Jalla Majduhu. But regarding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has infinite. Infinite meaning there's no number. There's non-ending sifat and qualities. And what Allah has revealed to us that we at least should know 99 or 100, we even do not know. So that's why we fall for the wrong friends. We think this is our friend. Imagine now, according to our knowledge, if you think about from worldly terms, who is your best friend? Which person you are more, which thing it is? It can be a friend, it can be a spouse, it can be actually any person. Your best person who you like to be with them for socializing or for just sitting or enjoying or for other. Now, that is your desire to be with them in your free time, to talk to them, to be with them. We have not developed any kind of relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as like the real relationship with God. When real relationship, one of the sign you will have, that you have now some relationship, is when in your free time you like to spend with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is sign. Now, who is your center of your life is the one who you like to spend time with. That is the person. Here, Brother Ihtisham, yourself and take that brother is with you. Go and rest. It's better because it seems you have not been able to sleep. तो आप जाके ना आराम से सो जाएं, because at least वो comfortable sleep तो होगी ना आपको. Here you are not living, not dying. And one thing actually, because this is, one should know that as Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said himself, that if you are in worship, salah, anything, and sleep overwhelms you, you should go and sleep. Half an hour sleep kar le, 1 hour, and then actually do, because this is, mashallah, done with comfort and focus and things, and then that is the purpose of it. So sleep also can become worship if one does it with good intention and properly. So, yeah. So I was mentioning that we are missing a big reality and big, you may say, a blessing, and also a big, very wonderful high relationship, and we've fallen for actually something else. It's like, as again and again I say, I can't even give you example. You can have a relationship with a king, a human being, and because you don't know them properly, you think, oh, who they are, I don't know, maybe they won't entertain me. You have made your best friend a donkey. So people see, oh yeah, look to other human beings, they have human being friends, why are you walking around with a donkey? That's our state. Meaning, leaving the Creator and adopting someone from creation as a substitute is more worse than that. More, millions times more worse than that. So you don't know even what you are missing. You see, when someone, in their own way, as I said, they find friendship, or they find a spouse of their choice, or beautiful, anything, car, they have a kind of interest, fascination towards actually the house or whatever. They found something. But the most wonderful and infinitely great, and with all kinds of which we can imagine, is Allah Azza wa Jalla, and we don't have, because we have like a ritual type relationship. Yes, okay, the real thing is our wife and husband and children and that friend. Yeah, okay, someone has created us, we should also worship, and because we have to die and go. This is like you are giving secondary preference. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jalla Majduhu, you will find His closeness when you will make Him preference. But to make that, you need to know. You need to know why a person buys this laptop. It's like a box, because they know about the functions. Why the same looking car with 4 wheels, one cost £5,000, the other cost £50,000. Why people pay? Because they know there's some features in it. So we mentioned, so inshallah, here in this mirror of knowing Allah, as it is very blurred, as you see in the presentation, we can hardly see Allah's name, meaning, yes, there is Allah, someone called Allah, and our God. But all the loyalties and whatever obedience and attention we have given to the creation, we've given to other people what we should have given to Allah. So that's why we're missing. Like we are not, as I said, not living or dying, nor we have proper relationship with the creation, nor with the Creator, middle of nowhere, and suffering. So imagine the most fascinated person who fascinates you. He will have 1 in a million flaws, meaning I'm talking other than Anbiya Ikram and the Firstly, they are aging. Secondly, they have limitations. They might say, oh, I'm not feeling, I have fever. Here you are. Your best friend is gone. You want to call them, you are in problem, they're sleeping. Oh, my phone was off. And then they become so weak themselves at a stage, they can't remember your name. And they have been husband and wife reaching such a stage, 70, 80 years old. One have developed Parkinson's disease, for example. The other one does not remember his husband. The other one is serving. It's good, but I'm saying there's no substitute to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we are investing on the wrong side.